Okay, guys, so I've been thinking about this Warner Brothers fighting game all day. I already signed up for the test that I signed up right after I watched the video this morning, like right when I woke up. And yeah, so I'm excited for this game, but the thing is that I want to be as honest as possible here. I don't want to overhype this game. I don't want to participate in hype culture. The thing is, I think Nicktoons got a little bit too overhyped, but my reason behind it is because Ludosity, the team behind it, they are trustworthy. And even now, after the game is out, they are patching it pretty frequently. And so I think this game does have a good future. I just think that as of right now, in its base form, it's not quite where it needs to be. But a lot of people really enjoyed the game, and a lot of people are still enjoying the game. And I am hoping that as more characters comes out and as more updates come out, it gets better. Last time I played it during its new update, I played with a guy who plays Smash a lot, and he's more into Nickelodeon, so we played it, and this was right after like Dash Dancing was just like introduced, and I felt like it was really fun. I felt like the Dash Dancing felt really smooth. And so it's very clear that Nickelodeon is supposed to be more like the hardcore. It's supposed to be like, if you're a Melee fan, you should play Nickelodeon, basically. This game looks a bit different. Now, I'm pretty sure that the gameplay footage has been slowed down significantly. That does not look like it's going to be the full speed of the game. However, it does look like it's probably going to be slower, and they haven't really talked about movement or, wave dashing or dash dancing or anything like that. They really haven't talked about how the characters move at all. And so it seems like this is probably going more in the direction of like a Smash Brawl style game, which isn't terrible. If characters are floaty in the air, they're in the air for a while, that's not even bad. That's perfectly fine. As long as there's like good balance for that. But it's just that I don't want a game that plays like PlayStation All-Stars, where it was a platform fighter, but the aerial movement didn't really matter much. All that mattered was jumping on platforms, and people didn't really jump and fight in the air. They mostly just stayed on the ground and fought horizontally. And that's not really good for a platform fighter. And a lot of like the rip-off games that come out from Japan that are platform fighters are kind of like that. Cartoon Network Punch Time Explosion is kind of like that. And I mean a lot of like bad platform fighters are like that. I don't like Brawlhalla very much. I'm just throwing that out there that I'm not really a Brawlhalla fan. So I'm hoping that this game is okay as far as like the movement and combos and air battles and stuff. But we haven't seen too much of that yet. And that's what worries me. With Nickelodeon All-Stars, the fact that it was made by Ludosity and the fact that it looked like it was going to be very Melee inspired, that's what got me interested in the game. When they first showed that gameplay footage of SpongeBob fighting Patrick, that's when a lot of people got way more excited. And I was already excited because that's what I assumed the gameplay would be like anyway. Of course, I didn't know about air throws and grabbing projectiles and stuff like that, but sure, I knew there was a game was going to have like wave dashing and be like really fast paced. To me, being fast-paced is good, but having air juggling is also good. Smash, I think, handles this a lot better than Nickelodeon All-Stars, and I think Smash is a far superior game. I don't think it's even close between Smash and Nick All-Stars. Smash is just better. Like, it's hands down a million times better. But Nickelodeon All-Stars has rollback netcode, and the online actually functions. I don't like playing the online in the Smash Bros. Ultimate, and I love playing the online in Nickelodeon All-Stars. So that's not good for Smash. So really, any game like this that has good netcode could be a contender. Now, do I think this Warner Brothers game is going to also be better than Smash? No, because Smash just has way too many characters, and the gameplay is so perfect, and everything's so fluid. We don't know how the movement works at all in this Warner Brothers game. But we do know that it's going to have good netcode. We do know that it's going to have rollback. The funny thing is, this game is free to play. However, it's not going to be on Switch. And some people were making jokes like, okay, so you're going to make a game to compete with Smash, and all the people who play Smash have Switch, and you're not going to put it on the Switch? Well, I hate to break it to you, but most people don't own only a Nintendo console. Most people own a Nintendo console plus a PC, or a Nintendo console plus a PlayStation or Xbox. You know, back in the day, people used to joke that you should get a 360 and a Wii and not a PS3 because the 360 has all the same games and more, so you might as well get that. And then with the PS4, that was kind of the joke too. You might as well just get a PS4 because the Xbox has all the same games, but the Nintendo console always justifies itself because Mario and Zelda. Not to mention a new Smash on every Nintendo console. And a lot of people have Switches, but, most people have something else. It also doesn't hurt that this is going to be on PS4 and Xbox One. It's not like you have to have a PS5. You don't have to have a Series X. So this is a free-to-play game with cross-save and cross... So, meaning, if you play this game on PC, your save file will transfer over to the other titles. So... I'm going to have this game on PlayStation and on PC, and if I get a Series X someday, which is looking possible, I kind of actually want a Series X right now. I'm not going to go into any further details. I like video games, that's why. I'm going to get it on everything because it's free to play. Right now, I can't play Nick All-Stars with my friends online because I bought the PlayStation version and they bought the PC version. I have a PC. I'm playing Halo Infinite on my PC right now. I can play, any game I want on my PC. So I'm going to get it on both. And it has cross save. So fuck it, man, So it's free to play with cross save and cross battle. So I don't even need to get the PC version to play with my friends. I assuming, right? Sometimes it's like, it's weird with that. Like, can PlayStation people fight Xbox people? Sometimes it's weird. But they're saying cross save. They're saying crossplay. They didn't mention anything about not it only being for PC and Xbox version, right? But either way, all that being said, what do I think about the game? Well, the gameplay itself, I will say this: with Nick All-Stars, the movement is really fast, so the moves need to be fast. But the animations do look a little jank, but they do serve their purpose, which is being really fast attacks. But they don't look very smooth. They look very, very jank. This game's... Whoever was in charge of animations did a good job. These animations look super fluid and fun to use. They look like it has good game feel to it. It looked like... I was noticing some of the characters, like jab combos, and they're looking pretty good. Like, characters are looking good, but we haven't seen very much of them yet. And so we really do need more information. But as of right now, the actual animations look very, very smooth. This game also, again, has that good netcode. It also has voice acting, and it's not like knockoff voice acting. Kevin Conroy voices Batman. That's what we know so far. And it looks like most of the other characters are going to be voiced by people who've played those characters in something else. I don't know if Arya Stark had her actual actress, but it sounded exactly like her. And so if they got her for this game, it's not like she has a lot of roles now anyway, but that's just like icing on the cake for me. We also know that Rick and Gandalf are going to be in this game, but they haven't been shown off yet. But we do know that the leak was real. The leak we saw is literally the same exact artwork. And it even had Tom and Jerry and everything. There's literally no discussion here. Literally everyone knows that leak was real. So, we knew it was real even before this game was announced. It was not a shocker to see these characters or anything like that. Everything is 1-to-1 with the leak. It's 100%. It's 200% real. Like, we already knew it was 100% real. It's real. And so we know that Rick and Gandalf are coming because of that. And we also heard leaks that one of the DLC characters might be LeBron James. Good. If LeBron James is one of the DLC characters, that's kind of nutty. And it's kind of not fitting. But we know that this Warner Brothers game will be like fourth wall breaking, because it's like Smash has a rule that characters that are from video games can't be in this. And so if a character who played themselves in a Warner Brothers movie, which is Space Jam, if they played themselves, then I guess that counts as a character from Space Jam 2, because I'm assuming it's going to be the Space Jam 2 character. it would be really cool if later down the road Michael Jordan was in the game. But Michael Jordan, he used to like not let himself be put into like basketball video games. So like his likeness is really expensive. So like, I highly doubt we'll see him. Yes, he's in like all the NBA games now, but like that took a long time. It wasn't until like 2K like 11 or 12 or something that Michael Jordan was actually put in the game. And I remember when he was put in the game, I actually played 2K for like the first time ever because Michael Jordan was put into it, right? So I doubt that, but it is really cool that Bugs Bunny is in it, and Scooby, and Tom and Jerry, because these are characters from different companies that we don't normally see cross over like that. And so, yeah, this is like a big deal to see Bugs fighting Scooby or Bugs fighting Tom and Jerry. But that being said, I also really want other Looney Tunes characters, not just Bugs. I would love Daffy Duck. And I think Looney Tunes is like super underrated. I actually just love Looney Tunes. Like, Looney Tunes characters are really funny and awesome. So like, please, just more of them. And if Lola Bunny happens to be a DLC character, to me that's kind of upsetting because I want the classics. But you know what? If we get something cool, if we get Lola plus other cool characters, that's completely fine. And let's talk about the characters for a second too, because we know Gandalf is coming, and Arya Stark is a character I didn't actually expect, but I was thinking, Game of Thrones is a part of HBO, so what's the reason why we can't have a Game of Thrones character? And yeah, 100%, here she is. Basically, this is the HBO Max fighting game. If there's a character that's on HBO Max, there's a chance they could be in this game, and that's really cool. I really can't wait for Larry David from Curb Your Enthusiasm to be a playable fighter. That'd be really fucking funny. There's a lot of people like so Shaggy's playable, and he has like kung fu moves, and one of his taunts is like charging his ki aura. And this is a reference to Ultra Instinct Shaggy, the meme. And the thing about Ultra Instinct Shaggy is that was based off of this one random Scooby-Doo movie, not like a live-action one of the cartoon ones, where Shaggy does a bunch of kung fu and beats the crap out of people like Bruce Lee. So his fighting style is like, got a bunch of like Dragon Ball Z references, but he's really doing like Bruce Lee's fighting style. And one of his costumes is even like a Bruce Lee costume, which is pretty funny. So like, yeah, like Shaggy's just... they're just putting Shaggy in to basically be like the Captain Falcon of this game. And I'm totally down with that because Captain Falcon had a made up moveset anyway. Sometimes you gotta do that shit. Sometimes you just gotta make up a moveset and then call it a day. But there's a lot of good things being targeted here. For one, like I said, we get Bugs versus Scooby-Doo versus Tom and Jerry, and that's a big deal. But we're also getting like Finn and Jake are both playable. We're also getting, Steven Universe and Garnet. Steven Universe is my little brother's favorite show. It's a lot of people I know's favorite show. It seems like there's a lot, anyone who... there's just a certain people from a certain age demographic who think it's like one of the coolest or best shows ever made. Like Steven Universe fans are like very diehard, and the Adventure Time fans are very diehard. And so like... the fact that those two franchises are being represented here is really cool. But also, normally we don't get Cartoon Network games that cross over with Adult Swim games, right? Like, normally it's like Adult Swim is its own thing and Cartoon Network is its own thing. I don't think I've ever seen any game that crosses over both of them, Like, that's just not the case. So the fact that we're getting Rick from Rick and Morty as well as these Cartoon Network characters is kind of a big deal, it's kind of special. I only hope that Space Ghost appears in this game, because Space Ghost is not DC, he's Hanna-Barbera, but to have him fighting against Batman and Superman would be fucking badass. He's Hanna-Barbera, which is, that is like Scooby-Doo and Tom and Jerry and stuff, but what he also is he's Adult Swim, And so again, it would be a perfect time to represent multiple like things that HBO happens to own to feature. Well, I should say Warner Brothers happens to own, thanks to the fact that this is a Warner Brothers fighting game. So it would be really cool to have Space Ghost in the game. It wouldn't promote anything. It would be kind of stupid, but I'm here for it. Stuff like that is exciting. But also, this is technically a crossover fighting game featuring characters from Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings. And this is like kind of a dream come true for a lot of people, I'm assuming. I really hope Aragon is playable, or maybe even just like Bilbo Baggins himself, like from The Hobbit. I mean, that would be really cool to have Gandalf, Bilbo, but then just have like Aragon on the side or something. Like, there's really cool ideas here as far as characters from Lord of the Rings, but also the thing about Game of Thrones is that when I would watch Game of Thrones, I actually was like, I'm a big fan of strategy RPGs in general, like turn-based ones, as well as fighting games. And when you watch Game of Thrones, it's like so many characters have different fighting styles and different weapons. And it's like, this would be perfect for a fighting game. Like, it would be perfect. But if you made a Game of Thrones fighting game, it'd probably be better off as a 2D fighter or a 3D fighter like Soul Calibur, and just not make it a 3D platformer, or sorry, just not make it a platformer fighting game. And the reason why is because every character has a weapon, and the game would get stale if every character was like weapon based, right? That'd be kind of weird. You need a balance of like cartoony fighters like Mario to mix with the sword guys. And that's what makes games like Nickelodeon and this new Warner Brothers game actually work, is that it has all these different characters. Some characters are like small cartoony guys, and some characters are big humans with swords. That's what makes these games work. So, with Game of Thrones, there's so many characters with distinct fighting styles. It could really easily work, and it could be really cool. I'm just saying. But not only that, not only do I want like more Game of Thrones characters, the fact that there's this game's all about 2v2 combat, and yeah, you can do Batman and Superman on a team. But what about Batman and Robin on a team? I mean, Robin could be a small character with a ton of projectiles, right? That could be really fun, right? Like, Robin would be a character who would be fun, whether they did the kid version or like the adult version. But what I would really like is if they just straight up did the Teen Titans version of Robin. That way, if Batman and Robin are together, it's like, this is cool, but also Robin is like his own character. And then that would give you excuse to put like a Starfire or in the game, or maybe even like Raven or Beast Boy or something. You know, it would give you the reason. I think Starfire is probably the most popular besides Robin, but I think, and honestly, I would love Starfire in the game, I'm not gonna lie. But like, then it would, so that gives you an excuse to like put in more characters from other things like Teen Titans. And then Starfire would work with Robin on a team, but then also Batman and Robin would be a badass team. So there's a lot going on here if they so please, if they so just want to do this. And it's not like Teen Titans is an unpopular show. Robin has a chance. It's just a matter of, is he going to be the Teen Titans Robin, or is he going to be some other version of Robin, like the Young Justice Robin, whatever. But the fact that they can do Robin and Starfire puts a smile on my face. Now, Joker and Harley Quinn would be cool, but we don't have Joker, but we do have Harley Quinn. But I feel like I want to see Batman versus Joker. So, like, we should put Joker in the game, right? And I know I'm basically asking for a bunch of Batman characters, but hear me out. Batman has cool characters in it. And it's not like we need a ton. And the thing is, this game's it's going to have, like, characters added in over time. That's, like, a guarantee. But, we don't know like how big the roster will truly be, and so I'm hoping we just get some really cool characters, and it's exciting. However, I'm excited about the characters and the properties more than anything else, and that's not good. With Nickelodeon, I was more excited for the actual gameplay, because here's the thing: when I came to Nickelodeon, I didn't know what character I even wanted to play. Ninja Turtles was probably my favorite addition. I love the Ninja Turtles. And so I was really excited to play as Leonardo and then maybe try Michelangelo. But as more gameplay came out, I started to realize something. Cat Dog looked busted. And a lot of the characters I wanted to play, like SpongeBob and Leonardo, weren't looking so hot. Well, yeah, Leonardo is a top tier character in Nickelodeon right now. His playstyle is not my playstyle at all. And yeah, my initial reaction of thinking Cat Dog looked busted was right. I am really good with Cat Dog, and I pretty much annihilate with Cat Dog. And that's the thing. Cat Dog's not the character that I want to play. He's not the character that is my favorite Nickelodeon character of all time. That's not the fucking case. However, I do love Cat Dog, and I think Cat Dog is really cool. And if I got really into Nickelodeon, I'd probably want to buy some like specifically Cat Dog merchandise and just be like, I'm a Cat Dog man, I'm a Cat Dog player. And that's what fighting games do to you. They make you fall in love with certain characters, right? Like, why do I like Chun-Li and Sakura and Ryu so much? Why do I like those characters so much? Yeah, it's because Capcom made a good fighting game called Street Fighter, and it's fun, and the characters are cool, you know? And so, with Smash, who's my favorite character to play in that game? I mean, some of my favorite video game characters of all time are in Smash. Like, Final Fantasy VII, Metal Gear Solid, Sonic the Hedgehog. Those are just 3 games, 3 franchises that like I just am absolutely in love with. And my favorite character to play is probably Falco. You know, I really like playing Falco. Is Star Fox my favorite game ever? No. Do I like Yeah, I like Star Fox. But is it my favorite game ever? No. You know, the thing with Smash is like, what draws me to Smash? Is it the characters? Yeah. But why do I keep playing it? Is it the gameplay? Yes. It's not because I am that crazy about Mario fighting Sonic. You know, for me, it's really just the gameplay is really good and fun. You know, that's really all there is to it. And so if the gameplay for this game isn't holding up, then that's not good. So it's still too early to judge. It's still too early to call it a day on this game. I just want to say to hype responsibly. However, this game is free. So once it's out, you can try it, and you can just delete it off your hard drive if you don't like it. So that's all there is to it. I'm pretty much always going to be keeping tabs on this game, but if it's just not fun at all, if it just sucks, I will not play it. Even if it's like the first game ever to have Game of Thrones versus Lord of the Rings, I really won't play it. Even if they have Batman versus Space Ghost after a while, I really won't play it. If the gameplay isn't up to snuff, I'm not playing it. That being said, that's all I have for you guys on this one. I'll see you guys on the next one.